Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
A top Wisconsin elections official, La Crosse area clerks, and a longtime Cooley region lawmaker are all experts on a state elections forum tonight. Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf joined La Crosse's city and county clerks and former 94th District Assemblyman Mike Hipsch at the County Administrative Center. The organization Keep Our Republic invited them to educate the audience on the security of Wisconsin's electoral process. Wolf and the clerks offered their expertise on how our votes are counted and kept secure during elections. Hipsch says it's okay to question the elections process if it's to improve future elections.
We will continue to have this discussion, but the minute that you say this election is rigged, I'm walking away. That's when we no longer keep our republic.
We always have really close elections here in Wisconsin, and that is going to heighten emotions regardless of who's on the ballot. And so I think, our job is to continue to find ways to create that engagement and answer people's questions about elections.
That organization, Keep Our Republic, will be hosting similar discussions over the next year across the state.
Wisconsin wildlife officials unanimously supported a new wolf management plan. Many hunters and farmers disagree with it. The plan doesn't include a hard limit on the population, which is what hunters and farmers were hoping for. Farmers in northern Wisconsin are complaining that wolves are preying on livestock, and hunters believe the animals are devastating the deer population. But there are fans of the plan. Conservationists say wolves haven't fully established themselves here and should be protected. The DNR estimates the wolf population is around 1,000 in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin Republicans are adjusting a plan to pay for upgrades to the Milwaukee Brewers Stadium. The Stadium American Family Field funding has already passed in the Assembly, but the Senate does not have 17 votes to pass it. One new change the Senate is considering now is a ticket tax on non-Brewers events like concerts and monster truck rallies, and that could offset the $400 million that are proposed to come from state funding. Now, if the bill passed without any changes, the Brewers would be pitching in $100 million of their own and extending their lease through 2050. Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu told our Milwaukee affiliate today that they would like to see the Brewers contribute more than just $100 million. The LaCroix region has a little bit of low-lying flood areas, maybe to their north and east of the community. Greg, what's the latest?
We still got the Black River is really the main issue right now of concern, but there are going to be other rivers that are going to be rising here from the recent rainfall. But overall right now, it's just been a misty kind of evening for most location. But if we look at the river right now, that is the Black River. It actually has crested, it looks like, at Black River Falls, and it's going to start coming back down. But then downstream, Galesville and other areas will start seeing it come back up. So there's still a flood warning for that one. That's probably the strongest one right now, or the highest one that we're really dealing with. Otherwise, there's flood warnings, but that's just for aerial floods. That should improve. That is improving, but that's out until 7 a.m. Just once again to the 3 to 6 inches of rain that we had. Overall, we're starting to see rain starting to pull back northward into Minnesota. That front is beginning to lift north. That's what's going to give us our rain as we go through tonight. But for tomorrow morning, it's going to be a wet commute. For both locations, once again, we'll see an uptick in the precipitation and then maybe a downtick as we go towards noon. Once again, still mild conditions for both locations. Once again, look across too, especially during the morning, and then they'll come back down towards the noon hour. But once again, still in 60s, which is a very nice way to start off. Later on, we're going to discuss what Halloween looks like, and I'll let you take a guess of these are the past years, except last year. Which one will come pretty close to this year in regards to temperatures? And I'll show you that here in a little bit later in the broadcast.
The answer to that one.
I think you guys, if you've been paying attention, you probably will know the answer.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Well, we have a developing story tonight. Another mass shooting in America.
At least 16 are dead and dozens more are injured following a mass shooting in Maine. Officials say there were shootings at several locations in Lewiston, Maine, including a bowling alley. The suspect is not yet in custody. Maine State Police ordered residents in the state's second largest city to shelter in place.
Meantime, the Wisconsin Department of Justice confirms police in southeast Wisconsin killed a man who fired at them from the top of a middle school. Germantown police responded Monday to reports of a person acting erratically in the Kennedy Middle School parking lot. When police arrived, the man climbed onto the roof and shot at police, and police then shot and killed him. According to TMJ4 in Milwaukee, the man is a 32-year-old Army combat veteran who was struggling with his experience. That's according to family members. He had driven up to Germantown to pick up items from an auction and had no connection to the community.
The La Crescent Animal Rescue may keep its doors open. Earlier this month, the shelter posted on Facebook it was at risk of losing the city-owned building it operates out of.
News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to shelter staff who say it's working with city officials to find a solution. Dua?
Ken and Emily, the shelter says it can only expand its services with city approval. Tonight, the La Crescent Animal Rescue Board of Directors met with the city administrator, attorney, and police chief to find a way to do just that. Just across the river, a few residents are making their voice heard. The La Crescent Animal Rescue serves roughly 150 animals every year.
We see the need, we hear it every day from our constituents and the citizens around us.
The future of the rescue, though, remains uncertain.
It's challenging to go ask for support.
Sarah Ryberick sits on the board of directors for the rescue.
This is Buffy. She had one little kitten.
She says the rescue would like to expand and help animals in Houston County, too.
It's not like animals know where the city line is. And we often receive calls where animals have been maybe dumped on a farm or something outside of city limits.
La Crescent Mayor Mike Pollinger says the city owns the property and has contracted the animal rescue for services within the La Crescent city limits. He says the city does not want to use its public funds to allow the rescue to expand its work into Houston County.
I certainly understand his concerns, and I think we are open to that conversation with the city.
Ryberick says she's looking forward to having conversations with city officials to find a solution. Mayor Pollinger says if the city's partnership with the animal rescue is dissolved, the city has volunteers and members of the La Crescent Police Department to help with day-to-day needs. The shelter says it's hopeful more meetings like the one tonight will help them find a solution.
All right, thank you, Dua.
A Vernon County Energy Co-op is bringing solar energy to low-income homes.
Today, the Vernon Electric Cooperative completed construction of its new solar array. It's made of more than 3,000 solar panels. The co-op is granting the nonprofit CooleyCap access to 550 panels so low-income families can get access to cost-saving renewable energy. CooleyCap's executive director says that those benefits can go a long way.
Yet low-income households pay a significantly higher amount of their income on energy costs, especially electricity. So if we can reduce their energy costs by 10%, 20%, we know that that will make a meaningful difference in their life.
CooleyCap will be part of that co-op for the next 10 years.
Well, as the weather gets colder, Catholic Charities in La Crosse is ready to welcome anyone who needs a place to go. Starting next week, its warming center will open for the season. Right now, it's getting everything set up ahead of the winter, including making sure they have enough staff and meals. Every year, Catholic Charities of the Diocese of La Crosse helps thousands of people, including the homeless. Volunteer coordinator Rob Grover says there's other ways the nonprofit is working to keep people off the streets.
We really want to focus on homelessness prevention. We try to help folks get ahead of maybe being homeless. So maybe you're noticing that your pay has been cut or your expenses have gone up. We try to work with folks on budgeting and that sort of thing to make sure that we can try to keep you out of homelessness.
The warming center opens from November 1st to May 1st.
Coming up tonight at 10, boots on the ground.
As Israel prepares for its ground assault against Hamas, hospitals in Gaza have reached overflow capacity and are now unable to help new patients.
Dear 2030, can't wait to see you. With our 160-point inspection, the best new cars make the best used cars. It's a date, Toyota. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Clearview Cabinetry starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. It's flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage of life. This Stoughton-style kitchen featuring bright white finish is $2,899 after rebate. Complete your project with countertops from Menards. With elegant to everyday options, we carry everything you need to beautify your home's decor. Get this laminate countertop starting at just $15.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards. They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. We can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
Dear 2030, can't wait to see you. With our 160-point inspection, the best new cars make the best used cars. It's a date, Toyota. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his war cabinet will decide how soon the ground assault on Gaza will begin. Hamas officials say the death toll in Gaza has risen to more than 6,500 people.
More than 1,400 Israelis were killed in Hamas's terror attack on southern Israel earlier this month. CBS News correspondent Tina Kraus has more on the war from Tel Aviv.
CBS News has learned Israel is holding off on its ground invasion into Gaza, possibly to allow more time for negotiations to free more than 200 hostages. Children are among them, 9-month-old Kafir and his 4-year-old brother Ariel.
There's no words that could describe how horrifying this is, seeing innocent kids that did nothing wrong except for being in their homes.
At the White House, President Biden said there is no going back to the status quo.
When this crisis is over, there has to be a vision of what comes next. And in our view, it has to be a two-state solution.
While Hamas launches rockets at Israel around the clock, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warns Hamas is doomed. On a military base near Tel Aviv, the Israel Defense Forces showed reporters 46 minutes of gut-wrenching raw footage from the horrific attack on October 7th.
We need to call out the depravity and the horror that we saw Hamas commit and what motivated them.
The IDF says its relentless airstrikes on Gaza are not about revenge, but wiping out Hamas. But thousands of civilians have been caught in the crossfire. Are they the enemies? Asked this man, pointing to his wounded son. The UN says a third of hospitals in the Gaza Strip have stopped functioning.
The hospital have nothing to offer to them, so it cannot be described by words. It's a hell.
And fuel is running out to power generators. Israel says Hamas is stealing the crucial commodity from civilians to use in their rockets, releasing aerial images of these tanks it says contain more than 100,000 gallons of fuel. CBS News has not been able to independently verify the pictures. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
The Israel Defense Forces say it's using hundreds of hours of raw footage from October 7th to capture images of Hamas members who waged the attack.
After more than 3 weeks, a new Speaker of the House has been elected. Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson united House Republicans and claimed the gavel today.
Minnesota's 1st District Congressman Brad Finstad voted for Johnson today. In a statement, he said he was proud to cast a vote in support of him on the House floor. Mike is a common-sense conservative that our conference and our country needs. He has my full support, and I have every confidence that under his leadership, our Republican majority is united and ready to get back to work for the American people.
Well, up next, trick or cheap Halloween spending is estimated to reach $12.2 billion this year. But there are a few ways to save the season. Up next.
We've got a temperature change coming, just started here today, but definitely is going to be something to think about next Monday when we're in the upper 30s. I'll break down when the rain will stop, when we'll see some snow, and what Halloween kind of looks like. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now get a new 2023 Ford F-150 with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. Batteries Plus brings power to your connection, phone and tablet repair, and battery replacement too. Make an appointment online or walk in anytime.
911, what's your emergency?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am, we traced the smell and it's coming from inside your oven.
Ah, amazing!
Papa Murphy's.
With Weigoff and Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer. You get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Weigoff and Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.77 a pound. Red grapes, just $1.98 a pound. And our special recipe brats or patties, 10 for only $10. Only at Hy-Vee.
The 2023 Fall Home Show going on now at the Board Store Home Improvements. High quality at a low price on windows and doors, kitchens and bathrooms, siding, decks, sunrooms, and flooring. Don't miss it.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The United Auto Workers Union and Ford have reportedly reached a tentative labor deal. That's according to a source familiar with the matter.
There's not yet been an official announcement from either the union or Ford. Any deal would still need to be voted on by the 57,000 UAW members at Ford, which would likely take more than a week. This reported agreement does not have a direct effect on continuing strikes at rival automakers General Motors and Stellantis. But this could step up pressure to get their own deals done with their workers.
A spooky and pricey holiday. Total Halloween spending is expected to reach a record $12.2 billion this year. That's according to an annual survey from the National Retail Federation.
But experts say you can still have a fun All Hallows Eve without overspending. Instead of buying new costumes, look to swap costumes with friends on social media or in your neighborhood. And when it comes to candy, don't wait until the last minute to shop to avoid impulsively buying items right off the shelf. And if you're hosting a Halloween party, go potluck.
That's always a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, because that temptation to buy all that candy now,
I know.
very tempting.
Very tempting.
Very tempting indeed. All right, let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for a look at our forecast.
Yeah, definitely going to be a cold Halloween, definitely for this time, probably the coldest we've had since 2017. But for tonight, we still got the showers coming through probably later, so it's going to be a wet morning commute, and that rain will continue through Thursday night, start tapering off. Some showers on Friday, but mostly dry here with the front coming through. And then, yeah, we do have snow showers coming in the picture from Saturday night through probably early Sunday. Accumulation is not expected with that, but it'll be the first flakes we've seen this season. Still mild tomorrow, 60s, then we get the 50s Friday. That's about where we should be. And then 30s and 40s. And next week, we may struggle to get to the mid to upper 30s, definitely with that. The good news is by the end of next week, we should get back to close to 50, which will be where we should be at that time. Overall tonight, you'll start seeing after midnight showers start to spread across the area. Once again, it's going to be kind of two focused areas. One, La Crosse southward. The other one just north of Eau Claire to Minneapolis to Ladysmith. Kind of in between that area, you might see scattered showers through your morning commute. If you're in these areas, it's going to be a steady light, moderate rainfall with some embedded thunderstorms too. We'll start seeing that kind of break apart towards noon. Once again, most of it starts shifting further south for the heavier stuff in southern Wisconsin, but we still got some more that'll come through the afternoon hours. Once again, depending on where this sets up, we could see another round of scattered showers and thunderstorms for your evening commute, and this could change, but this is kind of what we're depicting. And then the good news is once we get this time tomorrow night, Most of the showers and thunderstorms will be ending. We'll just see a little bit here and there overnight with the front still out to the west, and that's scheduled to come through probably about Friday morning time frame. So like I said, we just got to get through about the next 24 hours of really precip, and then it becomes less and less of it. Here it comes through Friday, so the winds will start picking up as the cold air starts to push into the area. So it'll be quite breezy, and then we're watching as that front sits to the south. A little bit of a wave comes right across Nebraska, Iowa, and lifts north, and that produces some light snow or snow showers basically from Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. Once again, light. We're not expecting any significant amounts of all this. By Sunday morning, it begins to push east. We might see a little bit more Sunday afternoon, but all in all, Sunday should be just cold and chilly as the winds start picking up. And then for Monday, we got even another shot of even almost Arctic air starting to pull south. That could produce a little bit of snow, but right now just cloud cover is what to expect. But it's going to keep the temperatures down once again for Halloween. By this time, we're looking at temperatures probably at the time you're trick-or-treating in the upper 20s to about mid-30s. So overall, we're looking at that. Rainfall, everything has shifted further south of the area, so this is kind of where we're seeing the heaviest amounts. The good news is for the flooding that's going on to the north of the river, we're not seeing quite as much, but we could still pick up another half to 3/4. Once again, bulk of it's going to be south of La Crosse, and that's the good news. So we'll pick up some rain, but nothing significant. There's your flood areas right now. Black River and the yellow are the two main ones we're looking at right now, and several other ones will probably start coming up, but we're not expecting any of the rivers to get to major stage. There's your winds, 10 knots. They start in the morning. We're getting up to 15 to 20 by the afternoon of Friday, so it will be breezy. That will kind of tail off towards Friday evening, but it definitely will be breezy as that cold air starts to push into the area. Overall tonight, once again, showers coming in after midnight. Still mild conditions starting off. We're only in the upper 50s to low 60s for across the area. Tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures, once again, still mild, mid to upper 60s. Once again, off and on showers and thunderstorms that will be coming to an end as we get closer to Friday. And as you see, temperatures upper 50s near 60, and then we drop in the 40s Saturday, and instead of Halloween, it basically becomes Christmas on Tuesday because we're back in the mid-30s, which is right where we should be for the overnight low at that time. I know.
It's basically Christmas.
It's going to feel like it since 2017. If you saw the first graphic first hit, that was when we actually were 37. So we'll be close to that.
Wow.
All right.
So it's going to be cold, but dry. That's good news.
Okay.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the NBA season is here. Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves take to the court for the first time this season. Cade's got the highlights and more next.
Elmer's Toy and Auto Museum is one of the largest collections in the world and right in our backyard. And soon, it's up for auction. Thursday on News 8 Now at 10, an exclusive tour, and we'll tell you how Elmer's children are fulfilling a promise to their late father.
At All Auto, buy 3 tires at our everyday low price and get the 4th for free. Plus, you'll still get any manufacturer rebates. If you can find a better deal anywhere, we'll match it. But we'll be surprised if you do. Learn more at dollauto.com. Simple.
Ready to transform your space? Or perhaps your favorite room just needs a few updates? Let our design consultants help you discover the possibilities to update your home. We take the time to discuss your space, your needs, and your budget. Cooley Carpet will help you every step of the way, from start to finish, with design professionals and expert installation to meet all your expectations. Let our dedicated team help you achieve your dream space. Visit us at Cooley Carpet Center on Mormon Cooley Road in La Crosse.
Just 24 hours a day. How can I get more? There is no amount that is enough because you just have no control. Opioid use just takes all control away from the human being. Find out how to use Narcan, get it, and keep it on you. Keep it in your house, keep it in your vehicle. Wherever it can be kept, just have it on hand.
It's the biggest event in King Furniture's history, a complete and total liquidation of all in-stock items in our store. Shop over $2 million of quality name brand furniture priced for immediate liquidation. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to save as never before on living room, dining room, bedroom furniture, and more. When each and every piece of furniture has been sold, King Furniture will shut down for 30 to 60 days for a complete and total renovation. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Liquidation Sale going on now.
The service departments at the Doll Auto Group are staffed by the most experienced team in the region. Whether you're buying a used car they've inspected or driving home one they've serviced, you can trust their work for years to come. Doll Auto, simple.
Bring all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton. Rob Schiff is out for a few days. He'll be back next week. We've got a big week for our area high school sports. A couple of volleyball teams are just 2 wins away from making it to state. Tomorrow night, both Onalaska and Holmen Volleyball will be making their way to Waunakee for section semifinals. Holmen will be taking on the number 3 seed in Verona, and Onalaska will be taking the top seed in Waunakee. Then in Division 7, Royal and Waniwak Center facing off for the 3rd time this year, but now it's with a spot in the section finals on the line. Panthers have swept the regular season, but the Wolves were the ones in Green Bay last year. Very excited for that one. And 2 more games. West Salem, they made it to state last year. They'll be taking on Sauk Prairie. And in Division 3, the Blue Gold's still in it. They'll be up in Stratford. Over in Minnesota, the Winona girls soccer team earned their first ever win at state today with a 4-2 victory over Cloquet Carrollton. The Winhawks will be taking on Benilde St. Margaret's in the semifinals on Tuesday. Switching to some football. It's been an up and down season for Luke Fickell in his first year as head coach of the Badger football team. But despite the close wins and crushing injuries, the Badgers are sitting in first place in the Big Ten West. Last Saturday, the Badgers had to rely on redshirt freshman quarterback Braden Locke, who was making his first career start. Locke and the offense had a slow start to the game and found themselves down by 14 points. But in the 4th quarter, the offense found its gear, completing the comeback with a 3-yard touchdown pass from Locke to offensive lineman Nolan Rucci. It's a win Locke will always remember, but now the focus is on the rest of the season, starting with this week against Ohio State.
It's been a hard road so far, and we've got a lot of season left, and everything that we kind of want, I feel like, is right in front of us. I think that we need to go out there and play confident, and we need to believe in each other and trust what we do, and let the chips fall where they may.
And of course, another big storyline for this game, Luke Fickell coaching against the team he used to play for and coach at in Ohio State. Badgers, of course, the underdog in this one, but it's a night game at Camp Randall, and anything can happen. Well, if you haven't had the chance to see this UWL Eagle football team, you better make some plans for Saturday. The Eagles will be taking on UW Eau Claire in what is their final scheduled home game of the season. Of course, there's always the chance they host a playoff game. The Eagles are 3 wins away from their first outright conference title since 2004. All right, the NBA season has officially begun, and we had 12 games on the schedule this evening. But if you want to check out the Bucks, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. Giannis starting off the season with a new contract extension and no distractions. He's got his full attention focused on what's at hand, bringing another championship to Milwaukee. And with the help from his new friend and teammate Dame Lillard, Giannis is confident that will happen.
He's hungry. We want to win. We have 3 years to do that. Might not happen this year, might not happen next year, but it's going to happen. Speaking to existence.
A motivated Giannis is a scary Giannis. I'm not sure there's anyone who wants to win another NBA title as bad as he does. Bucks start the season at home tomorrow night against the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, let's end our show with some Timberwolves highlights. Anthony Edwards and company on the road in Toronto. Pick it up in the second half. Wolves trailing, and Pascal Siakam goes right up the middle for another 2 points. Raptors up 6. Later in the quarter, Mike Conley throwing the lob to the big man, Rudy Gobert, who throws it down. That cuts into the lead. 4th quarter, and it's Ant-Man time. Pull-up 3 is good. Edwards cuts it to 4. Last chance for Minnesota, and Cat's pass to Gobert inside is going to end up with Toronto. Why did Edwards not have the ball there? I don't know, but the Timberwolves dropped the season opener 97-94. We've got a loaded show tomorrow night, so be sure to tune in. That's all for sports. More news after the break.
Get 50% off lists during the Big Fall Home Sale at Slumberland Furniture and one of our best finance sales of the year. Pay no interest for 3 years. Get this stylish sectional for just $7.99. Up to 50% off, only at Slumberland Furniture.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to gear up for adventure, on or off-road. Get great deals on our capable lineup of Ford SUVs, including Ford Explorer, Ford Bronco Sport, and Ford Edge, all designed with technology to give you confidence on the road. Hurry in to your local Ford dealer. SUV season will end soon. Now, get 2.9% financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash on select Ford SUVs. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Get 50% off lists during the Big Fall Mattress Sale at Slumberland. Incredible deals like a twin mattress for just $99, or our own private brand Slumbercrest as low as $299, plus Sealy Posturepedic mattresses marked way down, only at Slumberland.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the customers at Noodles & Company had an unexpected guest crash their lunch on Tuesday in southern Wisconsin.
It sure did. A buck jumped through a front window and walked into the dining room full of people. And that uninvited buck evidently causing quite a stir, as you can see it go all the way through, heading into the kitchen area. The surveillance video from the store capturing the guests running around. Deer made its way back, and a team member at Noodles & Company was actually able to open the back door and lure the deer out. So no team members, guests, and the deer, everyone unhurt. No worries there. And after the store was put through a deep clean, the store actually today put together a promotion called a $2 mac and cheese. So
oh,
if you
I
came in,
that.
bowl of mac and cheese from Noodles got you just a $2 charge.
He just wanted some noodles. I hope he got some once they let him out.
He's got great taste.
Yeah.
Greg's back right after this.
60 months plus up to $3,500 in total savings, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
They have state-of-the-art equipment. We have state-of-the-art equipment. They have qualified technicians. We have qualified technicians. They can set your appointment in maybe a month. We can get you in tomorrow. They will charge you an arm and a leg. We charge hundreds, not thousands. Sensible MRI, where quality and affordability meet.
With Vygoff and Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer. You get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Vygoff and Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
All right, wet conditions tomorrow. We cool off, breezy Friday, and then just chilly for Saturday with some first flakes of the snow, Saturday night and Sunday, and then next week for Halloween, yeah, just cold.
Buckle up, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.